good. See?
And as soon as you hit go live, it should go live.
So then we're live?
It should you well, you should be. It's 4:25.
Everybody does this where they're like, am I live yet? Am I live yet? Now I understand.
Right, there's a 10-second. You are live.
What am I hearing? You?
Yeah.
Oh, so and where does it show? Okay, I see current viewers.
Right. So you can close the Zoom by clicking kind of behind it. It'll show you how many viewers you have, all that stuff.
Yep, I see it. And that's where you do the chat too, right? On that same screen.
Right.
Cool.
So now you're live and you can talk to
guys.
people. And by the way, this might be the very worst introduction to a live I've ever seen.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
It's all brand new to me. Hey guys, how's everything? How is everybody?
Yeah, still stuck on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alan Ford from Canada's Wipeout, bringing to you his very first live.
Very first.
Wow, you kind of did two earlier that really were much worse, but.
And there was already like 10,000 people in it. I was surprised. Actually 10, but you know.
Wow. A little bit of dyslexia never hurt nobody.
Yeah, right.
Like
well, that's not
story
that's
of
not
Brenda
dyslexia.
and the 3 sad blisters.
I got my first super chat, and all it says is first, but it's from Bad Company. Thank you very much, bud. Thanks for helping me set this up. You know, who would have thunk that you would be the tech guy out of the two of us?
You might want to take that back.
No, it's true. I'm actually usually pretty good with this stuff, but
right. Just you can't be telling people shit like that, man.
Confusing shit.
Look, I got a reputation. I may have helped you get this set up, but I will also be the cause for you to be taken down if you don't take that back.
Oh, it's a threatening now.
Dude, all I got to do is stand up, drop trout, and your channel is zucked.
Even if it wasn't, well, yeah, I guess I added you, right? So
your
I got to figure out
you're responsible.
I got to figure out how to drop you real quick if that's going to happen.
Oh, you just click on me on the Zoom section, those 3 little dots above my name, and you can either, kick me, stop my video, whatever you got to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
I got that open. I'm just going to leave it open.
Well, you should, especially when you have a guest like me. When I got James and Logan on, I have it open, ready to go at all times.
No kidding. Those two, I don't know how you deal with that, honestly.
Right. Now, as long as you understand that I just keep talking because you're sitting here looking around at the screen and that's a super fucking boring live and nobody ain't got time to watch that. So maybe you can take it away here and you can talk.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Here we go. Sucking it up again, man. Like, you're going to need some help.
Dude, you're like a pro, right? I'm always the guest.
Technical ability.
It's because you don't stop talking. I talk. I talk when I need to talk, not nonstop for no reason.
Do you understand the purpose of a live, though? How many people do you think are going to be watching a live of yours if you're sitting there not talking during it?
According to this, 8.
Watch that number drop real quick if nobody talks.
No, I'm not going to not talk.
Hey, you guys, I was thinking about doing like an 8 to 9 hour live later on. I'm just going to be sleeping if you guys want to watch that. Like,
there'll be people that'll watch it.
It's weird. You know what?
Especially you.
I might have to put it on to Pornhub and not YouTube, though.
Really?
Well, yeah. I don't actually sleep for 8 hours.
Masturbation.
Yeah, except I use a person to do it.
Well,
she's really little, so you just pick her up and move her around, right?
Yeah, she is very little.
Wow, Alan, your channel gets out of control real quick. What kind of topics do you have on this show?
Well, what my plan is to have more I'm just gonna more interviewing kind of thing. It's gonna be less specifically about arm wrestling and matches and more about the people. So say if I had you on my channel, we would get to know you for who you are, not for all the other bullshit and for the arm wrestling and stuff like that. Like just really get to know you.
This sounds like a great time. Go ahead, Alan. Start your interview.
Well, I wasn't prepared to do that today because I already know you.
All right. So why are you live then?
It's pretty. What I know about you is pretty fucked up.
That's a lot of cursing, Alan.
I'm not allowed to curse?
You can do what you want. It's your channel.
It's true.
I wouldn't do it on mine.
Bullshit.
There you go again. Marcus Thompson.
Hey, Marcus. Nice to see you on the channel. First money slam. Thank you. Funny, Evan being the teacher. I know, right? Thank you very much for the $50 super chat. But
That's
Evan
euros,
was
not
first
dollars.
with a big $2. So, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Marcus comes in big, but he's slow. He's always drunk. He might be drunker than I am, like all the time.
Marcus, is he a big drinker?
Well, he's from Ireland. What do you expect?
He's from Ireland, but they have euros in Ireland? Is that what they use there?
What's up? I'm live, yeah.
Oops, I got a new sticker for my car. It's gonna get me pulled over, but
Anyways.
Probably.
Thanks everybody for coming to check it out. Like I said, it's my first try here. Thank you to Evan for helping me out here because I wouldn't have been able to do it. I thought I knew what I was doing. I had about 10 people on the first chat there, and it was not done right. So he made me shut it down and showed me the way.
Well, now you're at 13.
Right? It's because I've been talking.
Because you've been
apparently.
talking.
So anyways, that's what my plan is. What do you think? What do you think? Honestly, I'm I'm just gonna interview people.
Sure.
Generally.
I mean, look, there's a market for everything.
Well, it's something that I don't think anybody's really doing. I know.
Well, Neil Pickle does.
Pickup does
Inside
it,
the Mind of.
but it's still really arm wrestling based. I'm honestly, you want to get to know the people, so I'll have them on and actually chat with them and get to know who they are. So you can put like a personality, like a person with the character that they're presenting on the table or on YouTube and stuff like that.
So what kind of people are you going to be getting on here?
I already talked to Devin, of course. I got you. Everybody. Like
You have never asked me to do a show on this.
All the main guys. Well, you're already on, so.
Well, yeah, but that's because I was trying to help you not suck so bad.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was just a test, but hey.
Right.
People.
And you failed it. Failed it horribly.
I'm gonna need a second person just literally to read the chats.
Well, I mean, if you're on here by yourself,
yeah,
you can literally just read out all the comments in succession,
Yeah.
and that gives you something to talk about. I like having a person on here that we can talk to. I also like just really talking to the fans and people that are in the chats. It kills time for me.
Yeah, Uncle John, I know Neil does it. He kind of does it. You're right. I'm gonna do it better. I don't know. Like, I have a bit of a counseling background there, and I feel like I'm gonna get into the real.
Are you gonna counsel me, Alan?
Yeah, oh yeah. You need
treat me like a troubled youth.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that online. It's hard enough to do it in person. I tried last night. You just wouldn't crack.
You tried last night?
Yeah. Like, buddy, how's it going? No, what's going on? You're like, I'm like, how are things? That's all I got.
I don't recall this.
You don't. We were in the car when I drove you home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't remember. There's always Jaeger bombs before leaving.
Right. Multiple Jaeger bombs.
Well, I didn't know how many Jaeger bombs you get out of a can of Red Bull. It was a big can.
Oh, Marcus, I had no idea Neil was on the fix right now either. Like, I'm not trying to cut anybody here, but like,
just battling everybody, Alan.
I was just trying it out. So I wanted to see what it was all about. And thank God I did, because it was there's definitely a learning curve.
Well, Uncle John's mustache really wants you to fix that ceiling tile.
I know, but if you can see behind me there, like, there's
but you can just cut a corner out of the tile.
Why?
And like flip it back so the tile is sitting in place and you can still have the cable going.
No, I leave it like that for people that are like a little bit OCD, like.
Oh, okay. So in case you have fans with OCD, you want to piss them off. I would do something like that.
Here, is that better?
That's just as good as fixing the ceiling tile.
Right.
Now we can read your t-shirt too.
Oh, I gotta bend this thing.
Fantastic.
There.
All right,
hope you're happy.
Talking now.
Uncle John. Mustache.
That is not Uncle John. That is Uncle John's mustache.
Yeah, not Uncle John. Alan look to start a war with Neil, and match needs to happen. Laugh mass off.
That's exactly why Alan did this. He actually called me and said, Neil's going live in a few minutes, but I'm pissed off with him. Can we go live together?
No. I literally had no idea. I would not do that.
Well, then why did you ask me to go over to the Fix and tell everybody to go check out Alan's live and not to watch Neil's anymore?
Yeah, do that. It'll piss him right off. But I really don't want to piss him off. Like,
you want me to actually do that? I'll do that right now.
No, Neil's a great guy, and I'm not doing that purposely, honestly.
Right, you're not doing that. You're just asking me to do that. And well, I don't care. I'll do it.
It would be funny. But I'm not no, that match is probably not going to happen, Marcus, like, or anybody. I know a lot of people have said, hey, we need to see this match or make it happen. I don't think Neil's interested at all. I don't know if he's actually pulling much at all right now.
He's not.
No. So I don't know if is it because of injuries or something. I think his shoulder's screwed, right? Do you know, Evan?
Yeah, he just doesn't arm wrestle anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he stopped for quite a while ago. So I'm not going to get an opportunity at that match, unfortunately. I would have liked to, because I feel like I'm real strong right now. I'm ready for anybody right now, honestly. Seven's forearm. Yes, you do, Alan. Make him mad. Why do I want to make Neil mad? Neil's a possibility of giving me matches. So why would I want to piss him off more than I already have? I've done my fair share of pissing him off, and it's not a good idea. I've had him on the phone like yelling at me before. So all because of that stupid match.
Last time, if it was you or me in your proxy.
You weren't around. I was at work and I like lost my shit. I saw the video pop up, and I this is like years ago, and I was like, why are you posting these videos? Like you're trying to rub it in that you beat me, you cheated and you beat me. And meanwhile, I just kind of came up on YouTube and I didn't understand how it worked.
Well, I was just on Neil's live on Wednesday last week.
Yeah, I know.
Where I brought you up and pissed him off again for you.
I know. It's a sore spot, I guess. I don't know.
He made sure that he told me at least 7 times, no, I'm not upset about it. It's all good. And then he went off on it for an hour and a half.
I know. I watched. He was doing a good job keeping his composure, really. I think he really wanted to just lay it into me. What do we got here? It's really hard to read all this stuff at the same time.
Well,
Neil isn't live. Oh, Neil isn't live, Tim?
Yes, he is. I just commented on his live.
Okay.
Definitely live.
I don't want to make him mad. No, sorry. Devin's forearm. Marcus, how many Easter eggs you consumed today, Evan? How many Easter eggs have you eaten?
None.
I've eaten 4.
I ate every single coffee crisp that the Easter Bunny left lying around, though.
Nice. By Easter eggs, I mean like real eggs. That's how many I've eaten 4 today.
I had a big ham dinner.
Nice. I didn't get any dinner.
The second day in a row.
It's just Allison and I at home. My son's gone. No dinners planned. Nothing this year. So, hey, I'm here. I've been real busy. I want to apologize to everybody watching. I haven't put any videos up. I haven't done anything lately. I had a lot of personal stuff going on. But I'm trying to get this started up. So anybody have any ideas or who they would like to see me interview? Obviously, Devin. I've talked to him about it, but I might save him for a little later, closer to his match, maybe. Anybody who wants to see, whoever you want to see, let me know. I'm going to try to go through all the main guys.
So you're going to arm wrestle. You're going to interview arm wrestlers about not arm wrestling.
Yeah, about them. Everybody asks about arm wrestling. No one really talks about them as a person, like what they do for a living, like just general knowledge of their life.
No, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Alan,
yes.
How was life for you as a 12-year-old?
As a 12-year-old?
Yeah, what were you doing?
Arm wrestling.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're making it all about fucking arm wrestling then.
Yeah, but that's how I started arm wrestling. So that's how.
12?
Yeah.
You've been arm wrestling for 53 years?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Exactly. I'm a fucking big deal. I'm only getting better. I didn't take it super seriously for a long time. That's all. I had a lot of breaks, some ups and downs, like take it real seriously for a couple years and then I back off and just get bored with it, or there's nothing major going on.
Where's the highlight of your arm wrestling career? What was the biggest up?
The biggest what?
The highest high point?
Probably the RVJ match. I would say me and RVJ, like that was really cool. Like, yeah, I liked the UAL. I liked a lot, and just having freaking Bruce Buffer announcing me and having that big match. It was, and in my hometown, you know, with all you guys around and stuff. It was really cool. It was quite the experience. I wish I'd have come out with the belt. I was that close, but
Especially with all that money sitting on the table.
was there money sitting on the table? I don't know.
Yeah,
just for the belt.
Robert threw the cash on the table.
That wasn't for our match, was it? I honestly don't remember that.
Well,
I was in the zone.
whose memory are you going to take over one of your matches?
Probably yours.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a super awesome day. It's
It was. It
really
was an awesome day.
that you got to have a match that good on that stage.
Yeah.
With so many other matches that were that good. The Matt Mass John Brzenk match was awesome. The
Unbelievable.
Lupkus and Mike Gould match is the only time I have ever felt a room's energy change
Yeah,
in
you
a
were saying
match.
that.
It was ridiculous.
It was. And then John Brzenk, that was John Brzenk and Matt, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was an unbelievable tournament. It was like, I wish Mike Gould Classic would come back, honestly, because that's where that we had a lot of tournaments like that, like all the top level guys, and just like the small venue where you just felt the energy through everybody. It was pretty cool.
2 or 3 big name super matches, and then a high level arm wrestling tournament.
Yep.
It was amazing. That was one of the 2 events that I pulled sober.
I really wish he would do it again, or someone would do it again. I thought Joe was going to take it over for a while there, but it didn't take, like it does and doesn't. Like Arm Wars did really well, but it wasn't that level.
Arm Wars or Arm Melter?
Melter. I was thinking Arm Fight, actually.
No, when he switched from Arm Melter to Arm Fight Club, I think the overall level of arm wrestling went down too low. Yeah. And well, right about that time, I think I was just way too badass.
Oh yeah, you had all the belts and nobody could get
all of them. Well, and then all of the ones I was able to have. And then whenever he went to hold these super match tournaments over the course of the season, as soon as any super heavyweight found out that I was involved, every single one of them backed out. It was only me left, and nobody wanted to pull me.
Yeah, it sucks being on top, eh? It really does. People don't know. Like, if you've never been in that top spot, it actually, in a way, really sucks.
The chasing is a lot more fun.
What's that?
The chasing is a lot
absolutely.
more fun.
The climb.
Yeah, having a target, the journey is a lot more fun than the destination.
Absolutely.
Being the guy with the belt's not bad when you got people knocking on your door every day.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But when nobody wants to, you're just sitting around bored with your thumb in your ass, and you can't even find a tournament to go to.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, you're at the top level, so you're ranked number 1, say, and you go to a tournament and you never fucking know who is kind of come out of the woodwork, who's been sitting at home with a picture of you on their wall, throwing darts at it or whatever, just training. I'm going to beat that guy next time I see him. And you're always watching your back. It's crazy. And you don't want to lose, because you're like, I don't want to lose some guy by accident, or like, you let your guard down for a minute and you got somebody that no one's ever heard of that smashes you because you're like, it's just this nobody, this new guy. Especially nowadays, I think it's even worse now. You got a lot of the all the arm wrestling stuff going on right now. It's there's a lot of people that are sitting in their basements or whatever, training their asses off for it. And you just never know. They're going to show up one day and surprise everybody.
Well, it's fantastic. And now that you're off and running, I am going to take my leave, because Jess decides the best time to do laundry is as soon as I start on a live. What do you do?
all good.
Either way, I'm gonna head out of here, and I'll let you have your live.
Well, thanks for stopping in
Yeah, man.
and helping me out set it up.
Plus, I really got to poop. So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Have a good one. Have a good
Later,
BM.
man.
See ya. Now this is the true test when I'm all by myself, talking to myself. What a weird thing. Not to myself. I know you guys are there, but I have to start trying to read. Marcus took off to go super chat the fix. I don't know what you do for a living, Marcus. I know you're not here right now, but like, thank you for all the donations that you give to all these guys that are doing these podcasts. It's awesome, and I don't get it, but I really appreciate it. What else we got? Joseph Anthony. Personally, I want to know the average arm wrestler's opinion on traction. I don't know what that is, but positraction. I'm gonna have to look it up, Joseph. I have no idea what you're talking about. Highlight losing to Neil. Yeah, that was not a highlight. Losing to Neil. Anybody who knows that that I don't know if he explained it on that other podcast, but like, I had already had a super match and I lost, and I just wanted more TV time. Like Neil puts on an amazing show. Armors is like the tournament to be at that time for sure. It still is again, and I just wanted more screen time. I was like, oh, I'm good to go. Yeah, and you get in that state where you don't really realize that you're not full power. You feel good, but you don't quite have it. And so I was like, yeah, I'll take whatever. I was hoping for like a left-handed match just because my left was fresh. And Neil said, well, he said he'd give me a match because I kept bugging him, and ended up with him. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Because at the time, I honestly, for some reason, felt like I could beat him. And so I had my opportunity, and I was not 100%. And Neil I maybe underestimated him at the time. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wish I could have a redo. Obviously, a lot of people want to see it, but it's probably not going to happen. Joseph, how's life? Life's good. It's busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. Right around the same time I got monetized, and I really wanted to put more effort into YouTube. We started practicing in a new location, so it's just not as set up to do video like it was in the garage. The old garage was pretty cool. This place is a lot bigger, so it's just not the same. So the videos I'm going to get from there are going to be few and far between. But I would like to, on top of doing the interviews that the getting to know arm wrestlers, basically like personally, just going to have a nice one-on-one with them and ask some real questions and just chat with them about life and what's going on with them and how they are off of the table. On top of that, I would love to start doing some super matches and do it right here, like right behind me. I got a nice little spot here. Got a few guys that can be referees and stuff like that. Depending on how big this thing gets, I would literally get in a situation where I'd fly them out, like if it was in that at that level. But I mean, for now, it could be just a matter of having some guys from the team, instead of we haven't been doing a lot of super matches in this new location either. So it might work out really well. If people are interested, I could set it up and have it right here. Have to set up a little bit better lighting back there or whatever. And but yeah, it should be good. It'll be like just really personal. I like it being personal, basically. Like I said, with the interviews, just getting to know the real people and up close and personal on the table, like you feel it more, right? You feel more connected with the arm wrestlers. There's a few guys that I've watched some videos that they do a really good job. They're like right up there, and there's really good angles, and they're moving just the right amount. I love it. Looks great. So anyways, that's my plan anyway. Hopefully it all pans out. I'm gonna read some stuff here. So that's how my life's going, Joseph. I went on a long tangent there. I got another thing too. Actually, I'm starting another business. So if any of you guys have heard, I'm actually getting married in July. Got some big arm wrestling, possibly a big match coming up between that in probably late May. So I'm training my ass off for that. Also, we're having an outdoor wedding, and we needed a bar. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hire a bartender and build like a little bar or something so we can have a bar because it's outdoor and there's no bar where we're at. We're in a big tent. And then Allison found this thing where you can rent these mobile bars, which I thought was pretty cool. People are taking horse trailers and old campers and turning them into like a mobile bar. And then we found a company in Ottawa, which is a couple hours away, and went to go rent one. We're like, yeah, that's really cool. Like we went to go rent one. They're all taken. So then I was chatting at a tournament, and sorry, not a tournament. I was chatting at the practice with Evan's brother, and him and his fiance were there, and I was talking to them, and like she's like, "Well, I have my bartending license." I'm like, "Oh, cool." She's like, "We could do that for you for a gift." I'm like, "That'd be awesome, cool." And then I explained to them that I was going to rent this horse trailer thing, and they're like, we talked about possibly making it ourselves, and but we have Allison and I have all kinds of really awesome ideas for businesses and stuff, just not the follow through. Anyways, long story short, basically we're making our own mobile bar, and it's got to be ready before the wedding, and we're having a stag and dough too, which is going to be really cool. That's actually we're having a huge stag and dough / arm wrestling thing the day Devin competes with Levon. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll have a viewing there, and we're gonna have I'm gonna invite multiple teams, and we'll have I don't know if we'll have super matches, but it'll be a huge practice, barbecue, fire, drinks, and viewing Devin's match. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, having a problem finding materials right now for that trailer, but it'll come together hopefully. So I've been busy with that, and then I have a job too, so that keeps me pretty busy. Joseph, you're the only person talking to me right now, pretty much. Looking forward to hearing questions you ask. Yeah, I'm gonna really tailor the questions to the person. Like we're just gonna talk. We're gonna see how it goes and see just where it takes us. I'm gonna obviously have a few key questions that I'm gonna ask everybody, but yeah, I'm just gonna see where it goes, and then you guys can also chat too. So we'll have questions from the viewers. Anything I'm missing or things that people want to hear that we haven't covered. Marcus, no, Evan's not building the bar. His brother is, and it's steel, not wood. Actually, his brother made the arm wrestling table behind me actually for provincials. He held provincials here in Petawawa quite a few years ago now. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but and my fiance Allison, she bought it for me for my birthday. He sold the tables because he didn't need an extra 3 or 4 tables, so sold to us. And then I had my own arm wrestling table. It was like that was only about 3 or 4 years ago. The first time, pretty much the first time I had my own arm wrestling table. Outside of that, I just went to people's houses and went to practices and stuff like that, and at the gym, using different cables and stuff just to simulate arm wrestling. But I'm a big believer that the best way to get better at arm wrestling is actually arm wrestle. Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff in the gym to simulate it, and it's good to have that controlled environment where it's like nice and slow, and you can pressure up and you can increase the weight and all that stuff. But there's nothing like arm wrestling. It's just so many, you get hitting all those angles at the same time, and that's the way it is in a real match. So why not do that? Thompson, Miles, did I find someone to pull? Yes. I can't say anything about it right now. All I know is all I can say is that it's a big one. It will be great for me for as a comeback for sure, especially if I win. Um, and great for a YouTube channel. It'll be a lot of I'll be doing lots of video up to it. I should be able to find out what's the date today, 17th. I should know for sure by the end of next week. And once the ticket is bought, I will be pumping that out, and I'm sure he will too. Yeah, and that'll be really interesting. I'm super excited for it. Actually, I'm super excited to. Best part of competing at a higher level of arm wrestling is being able to travel around the world. Basically, I've been quite a few places, and if it wasn't for arm wrestling, I don't think I would have went to a quarter of the places I've been. Yeah, so I do have a match. Can't tell you right now. It's big. You will all want to see it. I want to see it. I am training my ass off. I feel like I'm stronger than I've been in maybe ever. If Evan, I was talking to Evan the other day at practice where I tore my arms right up. Like, yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many of you are actually arm wrestlers, but you get to that point where you're training so hard that you have that ache in your arms and you're like, you have no comfortable spot and you're like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. And it doesn't go away. You can't make your arms comfortable. I was there. And that's kind of a beginner thing usually, but I've been pushing it hard. So I'll be ready as I possibly can for the match. And if it doesn't happen, I'll be grabbing whoever I can. And I feel bad for whoever it is that I get. Anyways, Marcus, yep. Maybe send out who going to be the show. And we get some early questions. So pick out some top ones between the joke ones, and we send LOL. Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I will definitely I'll set up the live ahead of time, and I'm pretty sure you can write stuff in there. Like when it's an upcoming live, you can actually write in the comments. So yeah, if people were to put comments or questions in that spot when I do go live or shortly before I go live, I'll read through them, jot them down or whatever, and make sure I include them in. Absolutely. UDD. You missed if I lift weights. I do. You can see there's a cable machine behind me here. I don't do a lot, honestly. Most of the weight stuff I do is when I can't arm wrestle quite enough and I really want to burn a certain muscle out or really want to improve something like my cupping or something like that. But other than that, mostly it's recovery. I do a lot of reverse stuff for recovery. Yeah, like I got just right beside me here. There's a thing with a shit ton of bands laying here. Like I'll do basically backwards arm wrestling and stretching my arm out so that you got to balance it out. If I'm always going this way all the time, you have to put pressure the other way to try to balance stuff out and take the pressure off of your elbow, because people always look at me really funny. We're at a practice and I'm pulling with somebody and they're like, oh, my elbow is really sore. I'm like, oh, come here. You get up like you're going to arm wrestle and you try to pin yourself. So you go backwards and literally both of you guys try to pin yourself, and it takes the pressure off your elbow. Unbelievable. It just goes away and it's awesome. And it feels 100% better. So I do the same thing with the straps, different straps. I'll put it under pressure and reverse arm wrestle and kind of straighten my arm out, bring it up, and just do this kind of motion with the pressure backwards, and it makes your elbow feel like $1,000,000. And it's really good for your arm because you probably don't do the opposite stuff very often. So it kind of balances everything out so that those muscles get worked a bit too. Even though that's not it's not your main focus, that's for sure. Holy crap, I'm getting way behind on comments here. Give us a flex, Dylan. I've never been known for an impressive arm. Oh, it's not bad though. They used to call me spaghetti arms. But I mean, that's a fair size, man. Like I think I'm up to, I don't know. I haven't measured myself. Actually, last time I measured my bicep, I was 16 and a half. And that was like over a month ago before I got really, really serious training. So I'm probably pushing over 17 already, which is pretty much, I think, the biggest I've ever been. Never been known to have really big arms. I'm one of those guys that was always under everybody's radar, right? I would go to a tournament, even as a kid. I would never wear arm wrestling tournament, never wear arm wrestling t-shirts. I wear my normal whatever t-shirt it was in that time that was I thought was cool. You know, I felt confident in. Go sit in the back corner, and I'd sign up, go sit in the back corner, and just wait. And then hear my name come up, smash, just smash people, and they'd be like, who was that guy? And so it's kind of, I always did that. I never put any focus on myself, and just showed up, did my job, and then I was gone until I started getting involved with the high hookers, and now the Valley high hookers. Kind of came out of my shell a little bit, and yeah. So yes, I do lift weights a little bit, not a lot. I actually went to the gym the other day it's been forever. So I took advantage of some of the machines they had there that I don't have here. Like even just a lat machine was nice, just to have the cable to pull. See what I could pump out for weight. Interview some of your nation up and coming mix with some top names to help build the subs and YouTube algorithm. Yeah, you're right, Marcus, that's for sure. And like I said, my my up and coming super match that I hope happens. It looks like it's going to happen, but you know, until I actually have a ticket with my name on it, I don't 100% trust. But if it happens, that will help everything big time, like big time. If you guys wanted to see a match with me, and then all of a sudden you're seeing this match, it's gonna be pretty phenomenal. I don't know what League of Legends is. Sorry, UDD. You're playing a video game. Okay, cool. Sounds epic. Joseph, I'm waiting to pull for the first time. Cobra is hilarious with his advice to go play golf instead. I'm still going to pull. I expect the absolute worst. Yeah, that first tournament is always scary, honestly. A lot of the guys that we practice with, they get really good. They get really confident on the practice table. And I always try to drill it in their head that, you know, practice is way different than tournament, especially for me. I mean, we're pretty bad. I think generally our team is pretty bad at getting ready for tournaments. We're very technical. We can bring everybody's power up. We can keep them safe, all that stuff. But when it comes to a tournament, you really need a tournament experience. Like you need that ready go. And even practicing ready goes is not the same as tournament. When you add all that pressure that of being on stage, and the refs there, and everybody's watching you, and you're up against a guy, and you really want to win, it adds so much more to it. Like I can feel like I do the same amount of work at practice because I push pretty hard. Mind you, I don't hit. I barely ever hit. Like even if I do hit, I'm not hitting from a ready go. I'm hitting like I'm under pressure, and then I give a little hit. Everybody's safe, okay, hit. So you don't really feel what a tournament's really like. And even myself, when I'm at a tournament, I'm always fascinated how sore I am afterwards, because you push yourself to another level because the adrenaline's pumping. And I was just telling some of the guys last night, the difference between me in a practice and me in a tournament. In a practice, if I'm in a bad position, I'll just let it go. I'll let it go. I don't need to fight there. But a tournament, I'm going to fight if I have anything. If I have your one finger, I'm going to keep fighting. And I don't want to break my arm. I don't want to get hurt. But at a tournament, that doesn't cross my mind. I am all in. Like, I'll break my arm right off, but I don't want to break it. It's a weird balance, but like, just understand that you're all in a tournament. And if you go into a match or a tournament and thinking any less than that, you're going to be in trouble. You're either going to get hurt or you're just going to lose because you're not committed. You have to be committed. A full commitment is the only way you're going to beat someone. And I'll watch matches and just see two people walk up to the table and just see their posture and the way they carry themselves and be like, I know who's going to win. I already know who's going to win just by looking at them. Most of the time I'm right, but sometimes maybe not. Someone throws me for a loop and digs deep and fires that animal up inside, because some people need that too, right? Like those people that need a good smack in the face or something before they go up just to get their adrenaline pumping. Work the agonizing muscles, tendons, etc. Yeah, absolutely. Amazing info. Reverse pin technique. Never heard of it. Thanks. Yeah, Devin's forearm. Most people haven't. And when I do that, like, I got a few tricks over the years. I've been to different physiotherapists and stuff like that for different issues, and I've learned a few little tricks that often help people out. I got this one about the ulnar nerve. The ulnar nerve is the one. Just there, you could feel there's a little bone right here on the side of your arm, and it runs right through there, all the way up and up in your neck, and into your these two lower fingers. Often that's a spot that a lot of people get really, really sore. And I learned from a physiotherapist. When I go to a physiotherapist, I don't just do what they tell me to do. I'm like, I want to know why. I want to know what's going on, and what the names of these things are. Like, I really want to understand it. So when I learn these little tricks that really help me, I definitely share them with other people. But ulnar nerve, there's a way to floss your ulnar nerve. And it's called flossing because your ulnar nerves is kind of inside of a sheath. It's covered in a sheath, and it needs to be able to move in and out of that sheath, or like fluidly move in that sheath. And if it gets swollen, it doesn't quite move properly, or for different reasons it gets constricted. And so you can floss it, and it helps a lot. Like, it helps with the elbow pain like crazy. I can go into details about how to do that at some point if someone wants, but it's pretty cool exercise. That and the reverse arm wrestling are probably one of the major things that help with the elbow pain for sure. I keep going off on tangents here. Well, not tangents, but and I lose where I was at. How badly do I beat Evan? I don't. Evan, especially right now, Evan is crazy strong. Really is. I mean, he's really torn up right now, and I feel like I got a bit of an upper hand on him right now. But he's been training pretty hard, as I have too. But he's got a match coming up next weekend. I'm not real good with names, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. Anyways, so in a match, I don't know, man. I don't want to pull people that I train with ever. Honestly, I got nothing to prove against them, and they're my partners, right? Like, we train together all the time, so he knows all my weaknesses. I know what to expect from him. Especially someone like Evan, man, with that mouth of his, he talks he'll find a way to get in my head somehow, whether it's making me laugh about something or pushing my buttons or whatever. There's that whole aspect too. Yes, I think it's Austin Jaeger. He's pulling, yeah. So it'll be a good match for him. Very good match for him. I'll truly test him. So he's off the table now, resting. Oh, actually, that's not next weekend. That's in 3 weeks. Next weekend is Pork Chop. Pork Chop's pulling Toddzilla with, I can't remember his name either right off the top of my head. French guy. I can see him. He's a really good arm wrestler. Most of you guys probably haven't heard of him. But anyways, they're going to tag team best out of 6. So each one of them are gonna have 3 matches against Todzilla. That'll be very interesting. I'm thinking about going and watching that if I can make it. Where were we here? Amazing info, reverse pin. Yeah, I got that one. Bob Brown, Todd Hutchings, also big on doing reverse motions. Yeah, well, it's actually smart. Zula, is that how you say that? Yeah, it's really smart. You got to reverse arm wrestling. You got to think about it when you're arm wrestling. There's so much tension all one way all the time. Well, 2, 3 ways, but but nothing out this way backwards. So you gotta stretch that stuff out and work it a bit so the blood can flow properly, stuff like that. Kind of like how sometimes you still need to train full range of motion just for muscle health. Absolutely. Again, there was a time, I don't know if it still happens or if people still do this, where I heard about a lot of European arm wrestlers, they would do anything out this way, anything negatively. It was all in, everything training. They wouldn't stretch out this way. They wouldn't do nothing. Everything was all tight this way. I get it. I get the fact that you're basically you're limiting your body, right, to the point where it doesn't want to go that way because it's like atrophy almost, right? That you're so tight this way that you almost have to stretch out to get straight, ready, go, and it just automatically happens. I get it, but I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's good for long term. Honestly, I think it's gonna slow you down in the long run for sure. Basement Squatch. Hey, Alan, popped in to stay hi, and hopefully Big B and I will show up Saturday for practice. Cool. I always like when you guys come around. Yeah, I'm training hard, so I wanted all the people to train with that I can get. Yeah, that's also your funny bone. You're right. Well, I was talking back about the ulnar nerve. Absolutely, that's exactly where that is. It sucks when you hit it. It hurts. Yes, I know Neil's live right now. I'm not going on Neil's channel unless he invites me, obviously. There was that one day he was talking to Evan and he wanted me on the channel probably just to argue with me or fight with me. I'm not going to fight. I'm not fighting. Neil's a good guy. I wish I would have beat him that day and I didn't, but whatever. That's all there is to it. And I'm not going to have a redo. I have bigger fish to fry right now. Brian DeSormo. Yes, Brian DeSormo is the one. Thank you. And pork chop against Todzilla. It's going to be awesome. I don't know if Todd's he understands what he's getting himself into. Like, pork chop was at practice last night and he is so strong. Like, I know that Todzilla is very strong too. I personally know, but pork chop is going to be a lot to chew. Yeah, absolutely, especially the two of them being fresh. Todd's got some balls. That's all I gotta say. Like, if he pulls it off, it'll be epic. If he loses, he could be like, what do you expect? I was arm wrestling 2 guys at the same time. So it's a win-win for everybody. Honestly, there's nobody's going to really lose anything there. Those guys lose, it's not a big deal. They lost to Todzilla. It'll be really interesting though. I'm thinking about coming to see it live. I'm not sure though if I'll be able to make it. Neil just said you could join his show live right now. Just informing you. Well, thank you, Devon's Forum. I don't even know how to tell how many people are chatting right here. Hey, how many of you guys hit the like button? I would really appreciate it if every one of you hit that like button for me. I don't even know how to see it right now, but I'm assuming guys are hitting it. I hope. I got 11 people watching. I have to go on YouTube to find out because that's the only way I know how to look it up. I might wrap this up soon unless anybody's got some questions. Anyways, I was just planning on going on a short one just to see what this is all about and how to work everything. Thank you very much to Evan for helping me out. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Well, I did do it, but I did it wrong. So, and thank you for the couple super chats there, Evan and Marcus. Marcus, unbelievable what you do for us guys that us arm wrestlers. I really appreciate you. I've been on other podcasts and seen the kind of money you're dropping, and it is thoroughly appreciated. I don't think you get enough appreciation. Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody else have any other questions, comments? Anything you want me to hear me talk about? If not, I'm gonna wrap her up. Yeah, the next one I'm gonna try to plan to have a guest. Like we'll start with, I'm not sure who yet, and it might be another week. I'm not even sure what day I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking I'd like to do it like Friday nights. I think it works well for me. I don't have to work the next day. And it just works well for me. And I don't think there's much going on Friday nights right now with the arm wrestling community. So maybe Friday nights. We'll see who's available. And I would think that I'd be able to get a hold of some guys for some interviews for that time. So yeah. Anyways, that's the one that's sticking. I don't know if it's gonna actually happen. It'll be this Friday or the next. I'm not gonna leave it too long. I want to get going on this and make it a regular thing. Okay, nobody's got any more questions? I am going to take off and I will see you next time. Same place, different time, different day probably, but I just got to figure out how to shut her down. I had it earlier. Don't even know where it is now. Hit the bell for notifications. Yes, absolutely. That's another good thing to hit the bell. Thanks, Beer Man. Cheers to you too. Just tell me how to shut it down. Otherwise, I'm stuck here live streaming for the rest of my life. I had it earlier, but I don't know what happened to it. It's not on Zoom. It is. Yeah, sorry, bear with me, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to. There it is, end stream. Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks again. Take care. Peace.